MI140 ಮೇಲೆ ಭಾರತದ ಬಾವುಟ ಹಾರಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿಟಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಂತಸ ಹಬ್ಬ, ಒಂದು ಹಬ್ಬದ ವಾತಾವರಣ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ದೇವರೇ ನನಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ವೈ ಆಮ್ ಐ ಹಿಯರ್, ವೈ ಡಿಡ್ ಐ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. as they really say, if you something आप अगर कोई चीज दिल से चाहते हो ना, पूरी the entire universe will realign itself to make sure that you get what you want. That was the power of prayer, I believe. I prayed to God that I should be given an opportunity, and then there comes a message that our unit is going to attack 4875. 4875 is again as 24,875 meters above sea level. To cut the story short, imagine Nandi Hills. We have thrice that height. The winds are blowing at a tremendous speed. You have to, on your force anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, not on your two legs. You don't climb on your two legs because the gradient is so steep that ನೀವು ಎರಡು ಕಾಲು ಎರಡು ಕೈ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. It is that steep. And on top of that, just imagine if you are carrying 20 kgs behind you, what hardest task it would have been. To point 4875, the attack D-Day, what we call as D-Day, the attack day anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The D-Day was 4th July 1999. 4th July we had to launch the attack. What we do generally is we carry out a reconnaissance team with the attack, which is to be attacked. We carry out a reconnaissance, come down, make a plan, discuss with the commanding officer, and then commanding officer decides upon a team which is to lead the attack. And unfortunately, when this has happened, my name is again not there. I was my commanding officer was a tough nut to crack. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಒಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬಿಡೋನಲ್ಲ. ಬೆನ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹತ್ತಿದೇವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋರ್ಗೂ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಅಗ್ರೀಡ್, ನವೀನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲೀಡ್ ದ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನವೀನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ 6 months ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್. ಜನವರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಯು ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೇ ಎಂಡ್. 5 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗಿದೆ, ಜೂನ್ ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. ಯುವರ್ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆತ್ ಫಾರ್ ಜವಾನ್. I took that as a challenge. Now, sir, ಅದನ್ನ ನನಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತಂದೆ. Next day, imagine 120 people standing in front of me. My team consisting of Charlie Company, 120 men standing in front of me, and I addressing them with just 6 months of service. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 2-3 ವಿಷಯನ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಇಡೀ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಏನೋ ಇವರು ಹುಡುಗರು ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಡೌನ್. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಪೆಟ್ಟು ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಎವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯುವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಬ್ಲೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೆತ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಮೂರನೇದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ದ ಟೀಮ್ ಲೀಡರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೀಡ್ ದ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಬಿಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಗೋಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಬಿಡ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತಂದೆ. ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ತಿರಂಗಾ ಸಾಥ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೇಕೆ ಜಾನ 0.4875 पे जरूर फहराएंगे ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ. ಈಗ ಶುಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿಟಿನ ವಾರ್ಕ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದುರ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಸಲ ದುರ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ ಅಂತ ಕೂಗಿದಾಗ 120 ಜನ ಇನ್ ಯೂನಿಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ರೈಡ್ ದುರ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ. ವಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ atmosphere it was, fantastic atmosphere. 4th July I sat, had my meal with my men. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದ ಹೊತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ just taking you through what goes through a soldier's mentality. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಟಿವಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಮೂವಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, ವಾರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗುಂಡು ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಸಾಯ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಸೋಲ್ತಾರೆ. But what is the mentality of a soldier? What goes through his mind just before launching the attack? You should also understand that. We have something called 4th July ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು I am trying to pump them up, I am trying to motivate them, trying to put josh into them. That it's a golden opportunity which has been given to us. We are to be written in the history books of India. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಊಟ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Subsequently ಕತ್ಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. That is the time we have certain formalities. The first formality is called as unposted letters. Unposted letters ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I standing there and 120 people standing in front of me. I with just about 6 months of service. I was just about 24-25 years then. I have to tell them, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರವನ್ನ ಬರೆದಿಡಿ. You just write a letter. In case you don't come back from war, the letter will be delivered to whomsoever you are addressed to. In case you come back, the letter will be handed over back to you. It's a simple task you may think, but imagine, ladies and gentlemen, 24-25 years, 6 months of service, making 120 people stand in front of you and telling them, you may not come back from the battlefield. That effectively means you may die in the battlefield. No matter how strong you are, you will not be able to communicate that. But it's a formality which had to be followed. I followed. I told them, many of them wrote a letter, deposited. I also wrote a letter, deposited. The second formality what we follow is, we follow whatever belongings we have, that's deposited. You may be carrying a locket, you may be carrying a wallet, you may be carrying whatever it is, you may carry your name tags, your rank, everything gets deposited. Because in case you are caught there on the top of the picture, you are taken prisoner of war, they should not know who you are, they should not know your rank. And coming about the wallets and the lockets, I have seen, ladies and gentlemen, so many of my soldiers, so many of my men taking out their wallets and seeing it intensely with tears rolling, dropping down their eyes. Just imagine what they could be thinking about. They would definitely be thinking that Saurar miles dura, thousands of miles away, if they are to die, if they are to breathe their last. Forget about seeing their parents' face, forget about seeing their children's face. They will not be even in a position to see the photographs as well. That is what goes through a soldier's mind. You should remember this. ನನ್ನ ಬಡಿ ಶ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿಂತ 3 ದಿನದಿಂದ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹುಷಾರಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. He was running down with fever, severe fever. He had not recovered well. So I sent across a message to my senior just so that Shyam Singh ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಬಡಿ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ, he will not accompany me to the battle because we are going to a battle, you don't know how long it's going to take. The moment he comes to know about this, he came running towards me. And you know, quote unquote, he says, सब अच्छे दिन में आपके साथ था, अभी बुरा वक्त आया हुआ है, मैं आपको अकेला कैसे छोड़ दूं? And mark his words again, quote unquote. He further says, भगवान न करे आपको कुछ हो गया तो मैं अपने घर में, अपने पलटन में उम्र भर मेरा मुंह कैसे उठा के चलूंगा. That is the kind of attachment we had. See the type of commitment. ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ನನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಲಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಸರಿ ನೀನು ಹೊರಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂದೆ. I could see him running, pumping his fist in the air, running to collect his arms and ammunition. तो लास्ट ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, पंडित जी ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, he conducts a हवन कंडक्ट करने के बाद तिलक मेरे माथे पे लगाया, मेरे वेपन को लगाया, and he said, साहब हिम्मत नहीं हारना, आपको बहुत आगे जाना है. I did not know the consequence of it, I did not know the significance of it, why is he saying that. ठीक है साहब बोल दिया मैंने. And the last formality what we follow is all the officers are lined up. I as the leading officer, I as the team leader who is going to lead that act, I go to each and every officer, shake hand and give a pat. I go to my commanding officer first, Colonel Y.K. Joshi, he's standing there. When I shake hand with him and gives me a tap on my back and he said, Naveen, you take care of your men will take care of you. I did not again know the consequence, what the significance of it. I met each and every officer in the last. Captain Vikram Batra was standing. Captain Vikram Batra was already a hero. His name, his photograph was already published in the paper. He was, he was throughout the TVs, his clipping was there. And when I was walking towards him, I was feeling that he is going to give me Josh. He's going to, fill my this thing with, motivation. When I go to him, shake my hands and गले लगने से पहले he said, गले लगना यार, न जाने कौन सी मुलाकात आखिरी होगी. That is the time it struck me that yes, Naveen, you also may not come back from the battlefield. All said and done, last night अंधेरा हो गया, हमने अपना पूरा weapons check किया, पूरा whatever we were carrying, as it sufficient or not, the radio set was checked, the pacer was checked, the map was checked, the rocket launcher, the medium machine gun, the light machine gun, the heavy machine gun, everything was checked. We are all set to go. As I told you, every unit has a war cry. Our unit also had a war cry. Our unit war cry was Durge Mata Ki Jai. And once I called Durge Mata Ki Jai, 120 people put in nation calling Durge Mata Ki Jai. What an atmosphere it was. Probably till that time, we probably had fear of uncertainty. We had some social obligations. We had care and concern about parents. But once we said Durge Mata Ki Jai and we stepped, was put towards 4875, there was only one thing in our mind, come what may, whatever will be the consequences, tricolor has to be hoisted on point 4875. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about 4875, it does not mean that on top of the feature there are just about 4 or 5 people sitting there. No, you would have seen Nandi Hills how big it is. Wherever there is a possibility of approach road, wherever there is a possibility of a ridge line, wherever there is a possibility that the team or the enemy might attack, they would have built their sangars and bunkers there. So you have to clear each one bunker to reach the pinnacle to final attack. Fourth night we set out for the attack. By 5th early morning, we reach a place when we see first 3 bunkers of the Pakistanis were sighted. And when I sight this, I decide, we have to maintain the surprise element. That is our greatest advantage. If they come to know we are in the open, they are fortified behind the bunkers, it becomes very difficult for us. So we had to have a firm footing, we had to have a firm ground. So I decided, if all 120 people have moved together, there is a possibility that these guys might wake up and start firing at us. To maintain that surprise element, what I do is, I select a team of 10 people. And a team of 3 members was to attack the left bunker, the team of another 3 members was to attack the right bunker, and I with 4 of my men was to attack the middle bunker. The plan was, you had to crawl very close to the bunker, And once you crawl close to the bunker, I'll give a signal, and the moment the signal is given, all three teams put together will, lob their hand grenades into the bunker, pick up our weapons and start pumping in bullets into that. That was the plan. And we started crawling. Both the team reached. I reached with my team. Once I saw that both the teams have reached, I gave a signal, and the moment the signal was given, believe me, hell broke loose. Everyone kutkondidra shantvagide, but imagine, everywhere from the top of the hill, the Pakistanis realized we have launched an attack. They started firing, my men started firing. Yahan pe bhi bahut, suddenly, like, the entire hillock got lit up. But the best part was, in the surprise element, we managed to capture these three bunkers. These three bunkers na vashapadisikondvi. That was our foothold. That was our stronghold. Now when we capture the bunkers, we had to sanitize the bunkers. The enemy bodies which are lying there, ಶತ್ರುಗಳ ಬಾಡಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ they have to be diffused. The weapons which are sighted downwards, we have to sight it upwards because ಮುಂದೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. And we see that we don't cross fire. ಈ ತರ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ನ ಸೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಬೆಳಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ತಿರುಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ 2 ಬಂಕರ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲೋ, ವೆಪನ್ ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮುಖ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And his hands are twisted, legs are twisted, The moment I saw that, I realized ನಾನು ತಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅವನು ಬದುಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಹೃದಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ದೇವರೇ ಬದುಕಿರಲಿ, ಅವನನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಸೋಣ. I handed over that post, came running towards that person. When I tilted his body, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what would I have gone through? And young sun rays falling on his face. When I tilted his body, it was none other than Shyam Singh. I felt so bad, I felt so devastated. And look at the irony of the situation. ಬಹುಶಃ ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Look at the irony of the situation. I have lost my buddy, I have lost my, the closest of the person who was with me throughout. What I would like to say here is, ladies and gentlemen, 6 months back, Capt.Naveen Nagappa was somebody else. 6 months back, Shyam Singh was somebody else. We had not met, we had not seen each other, we had not heard each other. But within a span of 6 months, our camaraderie grew so much that in spite of he being not keeping well, in spite of he having the opportunity to stay back, he came with me, fought the battle and made the supreme sacrifice. The worst part was, ನಾನು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, he had written a chit in his pocket. ಆ ಚಿಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಂತೆ, ये जिंदगी भी क्या जिंदगी दुश्मन को मारे बिना, ये जिंदगी भी क्या जिंदगी मौत के बिना. This is the camaraderie you find only in Indian Army and nowhere else. I don't know how many of you have gone trekking. If you go for trekking, you will carry a sleeping bag, obviously. We also carry sleeping bags. For us, sleeping bags are not sleeping bags. It's not that we are going for a leisurely party. We are going there for a battle. And those sleeping bags are body bags for us. Shyam Singh and body sleeping bag al haki zip yav muchta idno. I felt so bad. I know I was telling about the irony. I couldn't even shed a tear to Shyam Singh. As a team leader, if I start cribbing, if I start crying for my men, there are 100 more of my men looking at me. Will they not lose the will to fight the war? I didn't want that to happen. So ನನ್ನ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೋಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಬಲ್ಕಲಾಮ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಕಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ so that I don't cry. But emotions were filling. ಆ ಬಾಡಿನ ಅಂದರೆ ಶ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ನ ಸ್ಲೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೆ. That was 5th early morning which I narrated. Paucity of time I am not able to tell a lot of events.